This video is sponsored by Cake Wallet, the easiest open source wallet to store Bitcoin, Monero, and Litecoin securely on mobile and desktop devices. When buying, selling, and exchanging crypto or trading for gift cards, Cake Wallet ensures privacy and security, giving you the keys to your coins. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Zest. I am your host, Randi Hipper. Hope you're having a lovely Thursday. Guys, this is the final Daily Zest of the week. I wanted to go live tomorrow. I'm thinking of still going live tomorrow morning, but I do have to help the sis out. She's moving right into college. It's a crazy time for the family. So good morning to every single one of you again. I appreciate you guys being here. If you have not yet, please check out our sponsors, Cake Wallet and Market Cipher. Links are in the live chat and in the description. Make sure to use code missteencrypto or code Zesty for 20% off at Market Cipher. Use that link in the live chat and use that code. It is the zestiest code out there. The zestiest codes of all codes. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Let's make sure we get after it today. If you have not yet, like, subscribe, share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on with Bitcoin, the banks, ETFs, Twitter, possibly creating a coin or maybe using Dogecoin. Oh my gosh, I will break it all down for you guys. Again, 125 likes and 100 live viewers. That is the goal, my friends. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. I also have a different vibe on today, so how do you guys like this? Do you guys like this, by the way? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if you like this new outfit. Okay, let's talk about it in the chat. Vern, nice to see you. Welcome to the show. You gave me a follow, too. I appreciate that over on the TikToks. Hi, Brian. Good morning. Mike Volmer, Colin, good morning. Randy, good morning. GT, good morning. My girl, Alexandra G. Good morning to you. She said the long weekend is upon us. Yes, indeed. It's going to be a long weekend, so I hope you guys enjoy it. We have Crypto Crag. Nice to see you. He said happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you too, my friend. Who else is here? I think I'm missing people. Ovalbor, nice to see you. Where's your other mining friends? Where are my miners? I don't know where my miners are. All I see is Ovalbor. Good morning, John Foster and Emma Foster. It's nice to see you. Vern, thank you for the 61 roses. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you, my friend. That's very nice of you. We have Lazarus. Nice to see you. Dubai Money. He said top of the morning. Top of the morning to you too, Dubai. Little Dubai monies over there. It's nice to see you. We have Ronsky. Ronsky always brings hype. Good morning, Nash. It's great to see you, my friend. We have True in the chat as well. Jojo, good morning to you. Dave's FinTech channel. He said he just started community/online college. Good for you, Dave. Dave, are you in your 20s or are you doing just like classes for fun? Let me know what you're doing, but either way, congrats on your grinds, my friends. Paul said, pound that like button. Yes, let's get after it. Smash that like button. Pamp it up, my friends. We know we love to pamp it up on this channel. Pamp up that like. We have Dusty. He said curls. Hello, Dusty. Yes, we have curls today. They are freshly washed pre-stream. So, yeah, they are pretty fresh. It is fresh hair today. We have fresh hair. We have a fresh outfit, man. I'm just like feeling on top of the world right now. On top of the world. Sophisticated, nice to see you. Who else? Glorious curls, Emma. What are you talking about, dude? Oh, Clicker, thank you for the goggles. I appreciate that. I appreciate you guys. You guys are really awesome. But yeah, I have a new fit today. I don't know if I could I know TikTok sees the full thing, but YouTube doesn't. But it's such a vibe. I love it so much. Woo. Yeah, this is so comfortable. It's kind of like semi-sleeve, like light, really awesome. I love it so much. Hola, Alex from California. It's great to see you. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the show. I know it's early for you Californians. Oh, Gage. Good morning. He said Bitcoin is still growing in popularity. I'm out of the loop. We'll cover that today. But yeah, institutions are flowing in the space like you have never seen it, my friend. Vern, you're giving me what? How many hearts? This is over 150. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, T-Bone. It's great to see you guys. All right, if you guys are in the chat again, make sure you say good morning to me before I move on into the charts. Otherwise, I'm going to move on into the charts, the market recap. Again, we have so much to talk about. ETF approvals. We have bank news. Just a lot to break down. And if you are a member, make sure you guys smash those member emojis. Throw a Gary in there because Gary is getting absolutely wrecked. You can even throw one of those spice emojis in there to justify that as well. Good morning, Logan89. I got no comment on that one, Logan. I really don't at this point. There's just too much controversy. There's just a lot of controversy surrounding Hit Network, BitBoy Crypto, Ben Armstrong. It's just a whole caboose and kibosh right now. I don't know what to believe. There's information coming from everywhere. It's just too much, dude.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
Wow, thank you. Crypto Outcast, you didn't even write a message there. I appreciate you, Outcast. If there's anything you have to say or a request you have, I'm more than happy to take it. You're awesome. I appreciate you, Crypto Outcast. Welcome to the show. Drew said at 7 a.m. in Cali is late. I know many people that leave the house before 5 a.m. Oh my gosh, that's crazy, man. Alexandra G, connecting with the Californians. Crimson, nice to see you. To Crimson. That's Crimson's exclusive sound. There we go. Okay, we're going to move on into the beautiful, beautiful market recap and our bubble. So let's go into that. Again, make sure you guys are smashing these likes, sharing this stream out with friends. Let's be consistent. Let's stay zesty. Let's be this positive light in the darkness that is the drama of crypto Twitter. So let's make sure we get those 125 likes and that 100 live viewers. All right. So we got our bubbles. Maker's the only thing that's up today, pretty much. And it's up almost 10%. DYDX up 4%, still riding off their news. XDC kind of riding off, kind of like damping on their news, down almost 5%. Doge is up 1%. We're going to talk about Doge. Hex is, I don't know, in the green, I guess. I don't know what the heck is going on there. Poor Hex, blood. Now, we're also going to talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, oh, sheesh, my dudes. Oh, sheesh. She's getting interesting. Bitcoin's getting interesting. Down 0.74%. Let's take a gander at what Market Cipher is telling us here. That money flow is not yet turning into green money flow, which I'm not happy about. What is going on? Where are my bulls? Where are you? It's very sad. It's very sad. I want to see the bulls pamp it up. I want to see some action. I want to see some love. Exactly. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Now the VWAP, she was pamping. VWAP was pamping, and then she took a dip, which I'm not happy about either. So we're taking a look here at the RSI. RSI, she was actionable. 28th, which was 3 days ago, we were in that oversold region. We pamped it up through this bearish region. We kind of made it into where I kind of consider a little more or less below, more or less above or a little below that 50 line. That's neutral-ish territory to me. So right now we kind of are in this neutral territory. You could consider the RSI maybe in some bearish territory. However, this is very interesting to note that the RSI could, again, indicate an incoming uptrend, which we kind of did see where the RSI was oversold, where we were looking at over here on the 22nd into the 23rd, all the way up to essentially the 28th. We were in that oversold region. And then by the 28th, we were pamping it up. And on the 29th is really when we saw that move on the daily. One moment. So then we also are taking ganders at the volume. The volume isn't crazy. There's not a lot of volume here, but we're still sideways trading. We had that nice 6-7% day right here on the 29th 2 days ago, but it seems like we've just been dwindling since. Now, it hasn't been crazy moves. Again, sideways trading, we're used to this by now, guys. We are sidewaysers. We tapped our resistance here. We're currently at our resistance of 27.1 about. So I'm hoping that we stay above 27K today because, again, if we kind of like bearishly engulf like the past 2 days, I would be very sad about that because I really don't want to play with this range again that we sideways traded between and then worry about if we head down to 24.8 and if we bounce down to 24.8, will it be support or resistance? And if we would go back up to this 27.1 range. I don't want to deal with it. But again, Bitcoin, she puts us through a lot. We're going to see what happens there. Although there is so much institutional money coming into this space, a lot of speculation coming into this space. And why wouldn't there be speculation when there's so much zest? We'll see what happens. If you guys think we're going to have a green weekend, or if you think the traders are going to be asleep, let me know. So if you think we're going to have a green weekend, put a 1 or a yes emoji if you're a member. And if you think we're going to have a red weekend, put a 2. Let me know. Again, we're only at 27.1 for Bitcoin, so it's pretty neutral right now. But being above 27K and kind of holding that has been good. We're looking at Ethereum that's holding at its exact resistance point that we've been talking about. How crazy is that? Whoa, this is playing out pretty wild. We got $1,703 Ethereum down 0.1%, so not really crazy in terms of price action anyway. VWAP, all of this pretty much looks the same as Bitcoin, where momentum is sideways still, sideways money flow, just blah, 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 boring. And we pamped it up a little bit with that VWAP. She spiked, but then kind of took a downturn. So that kind of explains our red candles. If you look at the RSI, we're going to take a look at her because she's quite zesty. We are, again, and kind of like Bitcoin, in this almost neutral territory. I would maybe consider this more bearish territory even for the RSI.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Aw.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
GM Queen, Bitcoin to the moon, rocket.
Oh my gosh. David, shout out to you, David. You're the man, David. You are the man. And I hope your family's doing okay. Well, we have this bearish territory here kind of with the RSI. So I'm hoping, my friends, I'm hoping that we could kind of break out of that, maybe go to some neutral territory. If not the neutral territory, then bullish territory. Woo! Of course, that's ideal. We were oversold here on the 23rd. We were kind of almost oversold here on the 26th, but we've been in this weird territory here for a few days now with Ethereum's RSI. A little bit different than Bitcoin's. The volume, again, not crazy. We're holding at this 1700 level. Again, we were watching $1,700 Ethereum. The other day, we pamped over to 1727. We opened yesterday up like that, closed about 1703, right on our resistance. And now we are still sideways trading. We're barely trading at all. We're only in the red, like 0.08% today for Ethereum. So not much is going on either way. I wish there was more zest here. Again, we're still up like 42% for the year, looking at Ethereum's chart. So I don't know. I think we need some pop. We need some zest here. Litecoin. Litecoin. Oh, also, you guys know I love my Litecoin. Shout out to Anonymous. Totally don't know who that is. That sent me some Litecoin before the show started. I think it was like $10, but thank you. I appreciate it. We have $67.32 Litecoin, down 0.5% today. I don't know, friends. I think this money flow, is it going to continue to dip? I don't know. I really would like to see this momentum continue with the money flow kind of spiking up, but it's not too zesty in my opinion. The VWAP is just slumping too. Although everything could switch on a freaking dime, especially with Litecoin. So we're even looking at Litecoin as of 3 days ago, kind of just like Bitcoin. We were in that oversold territory. Now we're kind of in this weird bearish zone where we're kind of slumping here with the RSI. It's not nearly as high up like Ethereum and Bitcoin. They're almost at that neutral territory here. So I'm interested to see what happens next for Litecoin. I'm just very sad about her. But I think a lot of people are sleeping on Litecoin, and I think that, people could look at this as a buying opportunity, or you could look back to possibly where is it? Around this level, like $47 or $40 Litecoin. I don't want to revisit that. Those are our June lows. Unless we retest that low and make it kind of have a double bottom. In terms of like the past 14 months, it would be pretty interesting to see what happens with Litecoin, because we battled that $84 resistance, then 91, then 96, and then 105, and then we tumbled and tumbled. But this was post halving, and you know what? This is kind of expected post halving, because other halvings that we've seen with Litecoin, the price did take a few downturns in the meanwhile. So we'll see what happens. But Litecoin is sound money, and it is inevitable. And people will be talking about Litecoin very soon. We're looking at Dogecoin. That's probably the only thing that's slightly in the green today, 0.56%. We have that green money flow here with Dogecoin, that VWAP. She's slumping a little bit, sideways momentum, but you're looking at Dogecoin. She's above that 6.5 cent resistance, so just over 6.5 cents. That's where I like to keep it. I don't like looking at Dogecoin and seeing Dogecoin below this resistance point. It doesn't make me happy, but seeing it hold here for the past few days, 2-3 days, litty. Again, the next move I want to make, I don't want to revisit the 6.5 cent range again. I want to break out of that, and we want to see 8 cent Doge. Now, people are speculating on Dogecoin a lot because of Elon Musk. Now, I guess we could go, I don't know, do we jump into bank news first? Do we jump into Dogecoin? Let's do, let's talk about the banks first. Then we'll talk about Dogecoin and such. and we'll talk about all of the beautiful ETF news. I'm very excited. There's just so much news here that I need to share with you guys. I just don't even know what to cover first. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? I get very hyped. In the morning, very early in the morning or even at night before the show, I'm like, okay, what am I putting out here? We're gonna be getting ready for the news. There's just too many options. So we're going to discuss a lot of things today. Again, if you're here, if you're feeling zesty, smash these likes, share the stream out with friends. We have that goal of 125 likes and 100 live viewers. Now, I just want to talk about bank news because I know, people usually in the space, they're covering just crypto news, but I think that the banks perfectly tie into crypto, being that the reason why we're in crypto is to escape the banks and the tyranny that they put us through. Now, we're seeing a bunch of glitches happen lately. Glitches that maybe happened with your flights where a button just seemed to switch off and oh no, you can't book your flight. You even saw something similar to that in February of 2021 where the interbanking system seemed like that same kind of incident, just a technical glitch, shut down the whole interbanking system where people couldn't transfer money, they couldn't transfer credit. Havoc, billions of dollars that essentially couldn't be moved that day. Now, we're seeing a lot of technical glitches, whether that's Wells Fargo, whether that's Bank of America, or now we're seeing M&T Bank reach a massive global security breach. This is scary because now people are speculating, what if my data gets used? What if my data gets lost? Or what if, most importantly, if my bank account gets compromised? Now, you're looking at this news from straight out of Hartford, the Hartford Courant. And it's the massive global security breach that hits home in Connecticut, and this is the bank that was impacted. Now, it said the information included names, addresses, and account numbers for checking, savings, and money market accounts, according to M&T's customer letter. They said while this data was exposed, rest assured no PINs, passwords, or other sensitive data such as social security numbers, date of birth, debit, credit cards were accessed. While we do not believe that this presents elevated risk to you, we are required by law to provide you with notice. Meanwhile, they didn't really want you to know. They said that there were security patches that were placed in M&T's computer systems to investigate. M&T's internal systems were not compromised, they said. Well, it's kind of weird that they're saying that your stuff is not compromised. Why are they saying that, okay, you don't have to worry, M&T Bank got hacked, but your name got leaked, your address got leaked, your account number for checking, savings, and market accounts got leaked. No worries. Don't worry. Your password, your PIN didn't get released. If none of this was a big deal, then why are they continuing to tell customers that it is continuing to monitor for potential fraudulent activity, and they also advise customers to keep an eye out on accounts through online and mobile banking. Customers also have the option of signaling up for alerts if a withdrawal or debit over a certain amount or if balances fall below a certain threshold. They're also offering to pay for a year of credit monitoring through Experian, the credit reporting agency. The banks are falling apart. Every day it's something different. Oh, this one's insolvent. That one's insolvent. No, there's where's a data breach. Oh, your balance is not here this morning.
Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome.
GMI Cryptosis. Coffee and bagels to start the day.
Yo, Josh, you know the vibe. We're going to the egg spot, bro, in Miami. You know the vibe, the egg spot. Good morning to you. Thank you for the 2. Shout out to Uncle Jimmy as well. What is going on? Every single day it's something different. Your bank could be insolvent tomorrow. It could just be an isolated incident. We all know what that incident is. Zelle having many problems where you just wake up and your money's not there. Wells Fargo, Bank of America using your data to open credit card accounts without your consent, using all of your information, which could in turn come back to you at some point. Now, M&T is another bank based in Connecticut where they said their internal systems were hacked. There was a huge security breach. And that included your name, your address, and your account numbers for your checking, savings, and market accounts. They said you don't have to worry because your PINs weren't affected. Yet it's still telling customers that you should watch out for online or mobile banking because you could possibly be at risk. Are you at risk or are you not? The banks are never clear, and they even said within their letter the only reason they're telling you about the breach is because they're legally required to. The banks are always letting us down. We even saw that they're after the decline of Silicon Valley Bank, this was a global ripple effect throughout the entire global financial system, where we had banks like UBS that had to acquire Credit Suisse. Now, if Credit Suisse went down, that would have created actual economic downfall. Because we thought everything was fine. Oh, UBS acquired Credit Suisse. We're all good. We're all fine and dandy. UBS, they're now making moves where they're making $10 billion in cuts, axing 3,000 jobs after Credit Suisse's deal. That's 2/3 of Credit Suisse that they are firing. They said they're going to absorb Credit Suisse Swiss operations, job cuts unveiled in Switzerland, and the CEO announces a $10 billion plus of savings, and results lay bare scale of a bumpy road ahead. And UBS reported $29 billion in profit thanks to the one-off deal effect. They cut roughly 1 in 12 Swiss jobs, and it gives a glimpse of the scale of the shakeup at the newly forged banking giant as it grapples the tasks of swallowing a competitor that unraveled after panicked customers withdrew tens of billions of dollars. Now, the initial round of job cuts follows a decision for the biggest wealth manager to absorb Credit Suisse's local arm. They said, our analysis clearly shows that a full integration is the best outcome for UBS and the Swiss economy. The banks are falling apart. They were, oh, okay, we have backing from the Swiss government. The Swiss government literally gave UBS money and said, we will help you acquire Credit Suisse. Now UBS, they don't even want anything to do with the government. They don't want the government funding to use it as a reason to fire all of these people. So not only are the banks dwindling in value, they're dwindling in power. They're now cutting jobs and actually hurting the economy. So how strong are the banks that they can't sustain their staff, that they can't maintain what they've been doing? That there's global risk and there's global security breaches. This is ridiculous. Every single day it's something different, which is why you have to have Bitcoin. You have to make sure that you have your private keys safe, that you keep your crypto off of exchanges, that you are your own bank, because you don't want to deal with bank runs. You don't want to deal with your bank becoming insolvent the next day or having a massive global security breach like M&T Bank, where your name, your address, and your account numbers for your savings, your checkings, and your market accounts are exposed, and you have to keep monitoring your bank account to see if you're impacted. Even another bank, Green Dot Bank, earlier this week, where people were waking up and their money was not there and they didn't have access to their bank accounts, some people for over 9 days, where they couldn't buy food or water. Have money that belongs to you. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, hedge against the banks. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even understand what's going on at this point with the banks. Like, why are they allowed to operate? If there's no proof of reserves on the banks, if we don't know where our money is going with the banks, I don't understand. How do people continue to support banks, feel that this is okay? Dang, this is ridiculous. I know, I'm going off, guys. I know you guys in the chat, you're like losing your noodles. You're losing your noodles. She's screaming. She's yelling. But I'm upset. There's no reason for the banks to do this. Exactly. Brian is correct. It's not your money. It's their money. Once you put your money in the bank, you're trusting a custodian to keep it safe and do right by you. But then they take your money and they do anything else with it. Disgusting. Not for me, man. Not for me. If you're here, smash these likes, share this stream out with friends. We need to get, yes, oh my gosh. We need to get 125 likes and those 100 live viewers. I know we can do it, guys. You guys are pamping in this chat today. Well, the reason why I put it in the title today, Bitcoin bull run starting, ? Bitcoin ETF approval soon. I'm not clickbaiting you kiddos. That's not what I do. But we are poised for some big things to occur within the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin, people forget, it almost doubled from the bottom of 15.5K. We are up over 50% for the new year with Bitcoin. Why are people still feeling as though Bitcoin could go to 10K, or Bitcoin could just go to nothing and still disappear at this point. Bitcoin is too big to stop. Now we're seeing institutions getting restless. People like Grayscale saying, hey, SEC, why do you keep pushing us back? Why do you keep declining us? And saying that we can't convert our GBTC trust into a Bitcoin spot ETF. Gary Gensler ultimately upset. He's always personally coming for crypto. He got his feelings hurt, friends. He got his feelings hurt.
Fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
This is what he says to us, Gary. Meanwhile, we do have a Grayscale CEO that went on a ton of interviews and really broke things down. Broke it down. Hey. Now, you guys take a look at this clip, which is very important. Let's listen to Sir Grayscale.
The operational next steps on anything that Grayscale will or won't have to do will be contained in that final mandate that comes out of the court. But one of the interesting things that we actually got from the court in yesterday's decision was that the court agreed with us that the arguments we've been putting forward all along throughout this process
Sorry,
such
guys.
that the SEC already has the tools it needs to approve spot Bitcoin products like GBTC, that there is sufficient surveillance between the CME, where Bitcoin futures trade, and national securities exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange, where we intend to list GBTC.
So what Sir Grayscale was saying here is that technically the SEC already has the materials, already has the knowledge, already has everything ready for us to have a spot Bitcoin ETF, yet they keep delaying it. Well, we're seeing the truth here is that all judges were unanimously agreeing with Grayscale that the SEC is wrong and that the ETF should be approved. He went on Squawk Box and said some very, very interesting things here. So we're gonna break it down, man. We're gonna break it down. They also brought up fraud and how Bitcoin could be manipulated. Do you guys feel, right in the chat, do you guys think that Bitcoin's price is manipulated? Because Gary thinks so.
Me back, I'll be the first to announce it here on Squawk Box what the new fee will be.
And Chair Gensler's point was that the spot price of Bitcoin is subject to manipulation and fraud. How is it going to be regulated? How are you going to assure investors that the price of Bitcoin is not going to be subject to manipulation or fraud?
Well, if you actually look at our court order yesterday and a lot of the arguments we've put forward in front of the court throughout this process, as well as in front of the SEC over the past many years, what actually exists is surveillance sharing between the CME, where Bitcoin futures are traded, and national securities exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange, where we intend to list GBTC as an ETF. So the surveillance that the SEC is actually seeking is already in place, and that applies to both Bitcoin futures as well as the Bitcoin spot market.
This was also interesting too.
Throughout this crypto winter, some of the major exchanges shut down, are no longer part of the fabric, but that's part of the maturation of what's, again, a very young industry.
What do you think of the Sam Bankman-Fried latest turn and twists on what's happening? Because you're right, some of the players have gotten knocked out with good reason.
That's really not an area of focus for us at Grayscale. You know, again, we are a regulated company that has from day one always made use of existing rules and regs and paved the way for not only GBTC to come to market, but you guys have been mentioning other products trying to come to market as well. GBTC is what laid the groundwork for all those other products in terms of disclosure, reporting, operations, et cetera. And so that's the compass by which I lead Grayscale and my entire team operates every day.
So Grayscale is trying to maintain transparency, which is cool. Now, here's another really interesting clip that I liked from this interview.
Well, this is, more than a year-long process. Last June, the SEC denied our application to convert GBTC to an ETF. We immediately filed a lawsuit, went through briefs, went through oral arguments, and to yesterday receive an opinion from the court that unanimously had 3 judges all rule in our favor, vacating the SEC's denial order is a huge victory for us, for our investors, for really the crypto community and the investing community as a whole.
Yeah, they called this arbitrary and capricious, the SEC.
All 3 judges ruled unanimously in Grayscale's favor. Can we just like clap for that for a moment? finally, these people are stepping up and realizing that crypto is here to stay. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Now, there were a lot of other really interesting points that were brought up within this interview. So we're gonna continue listening to Sir Grayscale.
With the SEC, the very foundation of the Grayscale business is making crypto accessible through existing rules and regulations here in the U.S. And so we want to maintain that posture with the SEC, not only through this decision, but on a go-forward basis. GBTC is just the first of many products that Grayscale has that all intend to eventually convert into ETFs and have a whole.
One more time, listen to this part.
Is just the first of many products that Grayscale has that all intend to eventually convert into ETFs and have a whole family of digital asset ETFs here in the U.S.
What's the relationship like? You can describe it as a professional disagreement, but everybody spent a lot of time on both sides of this, and that can lead to some contentious relationships.
Well,
what would the SEC like to see? What can you show them, perhaps, to maybe sway them in your favor?
Well, I think we really have to point back to the court order yesterday. The court order, simply put, said, we agree with you. We agree with you, Grayscale, right? We have demonstrated, multiple times that there's an inextricable tie between the Bitcoin futures and the Bitcoin spot market, and the fact that the SEC has greenlighted multiple Bitcoin futures products but not spot products really does underscore that arbitrary and capricious decision-making that they had denying GBTC's conversion.
Beautiful. Oh my sheesh. Look at Sir Grayscale killing the game. Sir Grayscale saying, hey guys, all three judges unanimously in Grayscale's favor in their case against the SEC, where the SEC is denying Grayscale's GBTC trust to be converted into a spot Bitcoin ETF. Wow. In addition, he said that the SEC already laid out the groundwork to be able to approve these ETFs, but they've been holding it back. And it's their fault, not any other person, not their surveillance agreements, the SEC. To top it all off, what caught my ear was that he said, Sir Grayscale, the CEO of Grayscale says, not only will there be a Bitcoin ETF, but this paves the way for a slew of digital asset ETFs that are already a part of Grayscale, meaning the assets that they have trust for they want those already existing products to be converted into an ETF. Now let's actually break down what products Grayscale has that could potentially turn into ETFs, just so we can conceptualize how big of news that this is. They have basic attention token, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Decentraland, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, Filecoin, Horizon, Litecoin, Solana, Stellar Lumen, Zcash, Grayscale Decentralized Finance Fund, and all these other things. Guys, look at these coins here and these blockchains. All of these are potential ETFs. Nobody's realizing this. It's a key thing that he said. Key. Bitcoin ETF will pave the way for other Grayscale ETFs that could include Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin ETFs, Ethereum, Chainlink, Filecoin, Solana, Stellar Lumen, Zcash, Basic Attention Token. This will be a whole crypto exchange, but in ETF form. Now we know we're educated and that we know that this is bullish for institutions. We're also educated in the fact that we will buy these actual tokens like, I don't know, let's say, or actual coins like Stellar, Solana, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. We're going to buy those actual coins and put those in our wallet and actually own them, because we know that if you buy an ETF, that you don't actually own the asset. So this is absolutely huge news that basically nobody is talking about, which should be talked about quite more. We're also discussing the odds of an ETF getting approved. Well, Bloomberg analysts stepped out and said that, hey, We are upping their odds to 75% approval. They think there's a 75% chance of a spot Bitcoin ETF approval. Here we go. So this is Eric. He is from Bloomberg. Like I said, he's the senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg. He said him and this other guy, James, are upping their odds to 75% of spot Bitcoin ETFs launching this year, 95% by the end of 2024. While we factored in Grayscale's win into our previous 65% odds, the unanimity and decisiveness of the ruling was beyond expectations and leaves the SEC with very little wiggle room. Gary is getting cornered. He's scared. He's calling us hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
Hucksters, fraudsters, scam artists, Ponzi schemes.
It's like he hears us. It's like he hears us. Now, ETFs will come through. It's inevitable. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, you can't stop it. It's just code. And other countries are saying, we're going to embrace crypto. We're going to embrace ETFs and open trading for traditional financial people and the people that are in the crypto space that want to get into this. The US can't afford to wait. Keep that in mind. Now, again, I'm not telling you to buy Bitcoin, buy this, buy that. I'm just giving you the facts so that way you can make your own decisions. This is absolutely groundbreaking. Groundbreaking. Man, I just went off, man. I just lost my freaking noodles off over that because that was great news, guys. That was absolutely amazing. Now, again, people fight the institutions. Institutions. It's okay, man. We knew the institutions were coming in at one point. We knew ETFs were going to happen. Even Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss, or the Winklevi, if you like to do that type of thing, from Gemini, they tried to file for a Bitcoin ETF 10 years ago in 2013, but it immediately got rejected, and now is the time. So this is amazing. Really good news. We knew this was happening at one point or another. Now, we know Bitcoin is inevitable, but do you guys think Dogecoin is inevitable? We've been seeing some things rise to the surface here with Elon Musk, with Twitter Payments LLC. No, it's not X Payments LLC. It's still Twitter Payments LLC. They obtained money transmitter licenses in 7 U.S. states so that they could be able to, of course, facilitate payments, but this includes crypto payments. You guys taking a look at this. Again, they obtained money transmitter licenses, and they have the Everything app that they are currently working with. So they've been answering common queries. They have, again, money transmitter licenses. And it comes to show here that Western Union and PayPal have the same state license as X, and one additional ones in line with the services they offer in states that they serve. Sorry, I'm going to put myself back up there. There we go. Well, will they use Dogecoin for X? Well, it looks pretty likely considering that Doge Designer, Sir Doge Designer, you guys should follow him. Doge Designer tweeted, X is not going to launch any X coin. The team is focused more on making real money work on the app rather than some substitute currency. Now, Elon Musk has said in the past that crypto could be the currency of the world. Under this post, he said correct, which then I posed the question, is Dogecoin real money? Considering that he said he wanted to use Dogecoin as payment, Tesla accepts Dogecoin as payment. So why wouldn't X use Dogecoin as well when bringing up if there's going to be an X coin, like a blockchain coin, instead of like a substitute one kind of like TikTok has? He declined that as well.
In the spirit of Hurricane Idalia, I challenge everyone to make it rain on missteencrypto.
Aw, Boo Man. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. Very nice. Very nice. This is a beautiful community. I appreciate you guys very much. So there we go. We had some Dogecoin news there, which I thought was very interesting, and that should be brought up because I know you guys like your Dogecoin. Someone said, you know, you're lying. All right, so let's make sure we get those 125 likes. I see we're at 112. We're killing it today, dude. We're absolutely killing it. Well, we have the Swift Chainlink tokenization experiment that has successfully transferred value across multiple blockchains. So we know Swift is money transferring internationally. A lot of things go on with Swift and money transfers, and Chainlink has been actively trying to partner with them. We've known this since June, that they were collaborating with Swift and a bunch of other financial institutions to test connecting blockchains. So we're going to dive into what this means because this is pretty big for the space. Well, we have interbank messaging system Swift and Web3 services platform Chainlink that transferred tokenized value across multiple private and public blockchains. The findings have potential to remove significant friction, slowing the growth of tokenized asset markets and enable them to scale globally as they mature. In June, Chainlink and Swift announced that they would do a bunch of testing with, of course, banks like BNY Mellon. They're so sneaky, BNY Mellon. Financial institutions around the world are increasingly experimenting. We know the Hong Kong Monetary Authority said tokenization would help in efficiency and transparency, and they're looking for tokenization to reach its potential. They use Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol, so CCIP. I have a lot of mixed feelings about this. Mixed feelings. I know that there's going to be tokenized bonds, your car deed, your real estate deed. This is all going to be things that are tokenized, things like birth certificates, things like your diploma when you graduate high school or college. That's inevitable. Everything's going to get tokenized. The thing is, I don't like the idea of private blockchains. I think private blockchains are the antithesis of crypto. Like, why are we creating private blockchains? We want transparency. We want to be able to see everything that's going on. So I don't know about public blockchains, although this is very weird. Also, BNY Mellon being involved in this as well. BNY Mellon literally has been involved in multiple things. So they've been involved starting, probably one of the first things I've seen of BNY Mellon being involved in with some weird stuff was in November, when the New York Fed launched their 12-week pilot program for a digital dollar. BNY Mellon was one of the institutions involved in that. Then BNY Mellon was also, if you guys look on FedNow or the Federal Reserve's website, they're involved in FedNow. Now you're seeing BNY Mellon is also involved in tokenization with Chainlink CCIP, so they could be partnered with Swift for interbanking, transferring value, and all of these other things. Just a little weird. Just a little weird. We're going to continue on and talk about Sam Bankman-Fried. You remember Sam Bankman-Fried, you know, the guy with the fuzzy hair and stuff, but it's not really clean, or I don't know if it's clean necessarily. It's just a little messy, you know what I mean? Now, we do have Sam Bankman-Fried that is asking to have some days off. He wants to actually get out of jail. Now, Sam Bankman-Fried, this is new information. Sam Bankman-Fried's lawyers said they need him out of jail ahead of trial. This is a joke, dude. So Sam Bankman-Fried's criminal defense team failed to win any major concessions, and he was sent to New York's MDC in Brooklyn. They argued and pushed for their client to be released from jail in order to prepare for his defense. They said it's just the fact of the reality that we haven't been able to make effective use of our client's time. Where at that point, we need him to be released. The federal judge basically said no, and they declined to grant them their big ask and said he gave both parties until next Tuesday to brief him on the conditions in MDC so that he could decide whether to grant Bankman-Fried temporary release. As of right now, Sam Bankman-Fried is not getting out of jail. Could that change by Monday? Absolutely. So we're going to have to see what happens with that. Do you think Sam Bankman-Fried is going to end up in his mommy and daddy's basement? Because that's essentially what they were asking for Sam Bankman-Fried to be sent to his parents' house, maybe play some League of Legends, maybe break out of that Bronze League before his October trial. And so that way, you know, that's his way of preparing. Or reaching out to his girls, or reaching out to the New York Times, leaking his ex-girlfriend's diary, maybe giving out a few more political donations. Even though he said he has no money to his name, but he's still affording to do a bunch of different things. Very confusing. Poor SBF. Do you guys think SBF should get out of jail? Do you think SBF is going to remain in jail? Do you think he's even going to get anything, thrown at him in October, which is what we're going to have to wait for? we have a lot of things to wait for. The ETFs, we have Sam Bankman Fried news, and we're waiting for the inevitable collapse of more banks because the banks are struggling. The banks are continuing to struggle. That's all they do is struggle, the poor banks. Not even poor banks. They've dug their own holes. It's ridiculous. Guys, if you're here, please say hello to me. I need to know that you guys are here. I need to know that you guys are giving me like virtual hugs through the chat. So please say hello to me. We're missing like Mr. Miner. Where is Mr. Miner today? I know he sent me something earlier, but dang. Say hi to me in the chat. I know I've been missing people. Nana Peace, like SBF is a turd. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do and flush him. You gotta flush him. You flush the turds. V Ranger say hello, first time here. Well, hello V Ranger, welcome to the show. Everyone, give some love to V Ranger. If it is your first time at the show, please like let me know that because I want to give you love. We have Buttaphoria, hello. B Team Crypto, Digi, hello Pedro, nice to see you. Crypto Coffee, nice to see you. Yozer said crypto sound effects. Yeah, man, we have a few. Live to Love said loving ya. Big hugs. Big hugs to you too. Live to Love. Nana Pizza to wipe. Hi, Aru. He said lots of love to you, but not to Wall Street companies. Well, thank you, Aru. Much love to you, too. The Doge Father, hello to you. Web3 Me said, been up since December. Bull run coming. Let's go, Web3 Me. Bullish. Nice to see you, Eric. Always begging for love. I always give you love, Eric. Always love for you, man. Ben said, I am here. I'm always here. Nice to see you, Ben. Welcome to the show, man. John Orion. Paul said, great show, young lady. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Hi, Vinny. Nice to see you. John Germain is here. Lazarus said, ration his bread and water. Yeah, you gotta ration his bread and water, man. Hi, Andy S. Labidi. Nice to see you. Who else? Logically said, who even holds crypto? Oh, Logically. Your PFP is Bitcoin. What do you mean? I'm confused. Are you in crypto or are you not, my friends? Ray K, nice to see you. He said he once bought an item for $1,600 and paid the merchant in Doge. Wow, nice. That's awesome, dude. Hi, Cody. Nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Mark Smithson, Enrique said Dogecoin is a meme coin. It could be considered one. Who else? Echo Leaf. Moo to Echo. We were talking yesterday. Moo, Echo. Nice to see you. Paul Kelly Music said ETFs are bussin'. Yeah, man, they're bussin' for real. It's S-Dog. Nice to see you as well. Dubai Money said Cookie Ponzi. Hi, the other TJ. Oh, TJ, that's a controversial name right now. He who cannot be named. Hi. Kasparus. Hi. Memory Man, hello. John Legend said, nice dress. Thank you. Design Lab, hello. Everyone give hype to Design Lab. Love that dude. Love that dude. Biomex, it's great to see you. I don't know if I'm missing more people. Destroyer 1911, Ola. Crypto Allah. I'm sorry. Hello, Crypto Allah. Also, by the way, in the nicest way possible, my friends. My name is spelled Randi. I know it's just a typo. But this is how my name is spelled because some people get confused. But that is how my name is spelled, Randi. The other Randy with a Y, that's the guy. So Randy with an I is for a girl, and then Randy for a Y is for a guy. Just so you guys know, because I know some people got confused sometimes. And they get confused between me, Randy, and other Randy. And then I get confused if you're talking to me or other Randy. So, and then we also have a Randy A that comes in the chat. So yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of Randys that go on here. Texas 66, hi, nice to see you. Jesus said, first time here, hello, hugs. Hugs to you, Jesus. Be nice to see you. He said, good morning, sunshine. Good morning to you, my friend. RM, nice to see you. Welcome to the show. JA, nice to see you. Welcome to the show. Dream, nice to see you. Thank you for subscribing, my friends. Pizza J Ryan, nice to see you. NFL a week from today. Are you excited? Hi, Tommy. Nice to see you as well. Welcome to the stream. I know Kenny O is in there. Tell Sophia I said hello. Mike Volmer is in here. Redman, hi. He said, hola, super cookies. Oh, yeah, so I got to make cookies tonight. I forgot. What's today, Thursday? Yeah, I got to make cookies tonight for the sis. I gotta really make sure I gotta make sure she's good to go to college with all of her snacks and all of the things that she needs. So you guys have to give a little love to Emma in the chat as well, because I don't know if she'll be popping around as much. Hola, Ruby FX. Nice to see you. Nana Pisa, hello from South Africa. Well, hello, my friend. I love my international friends. Thank you for joining me here, live from the NYCs. RK, you went to buy something and told the merchant you were into crypto. He asked, like Doge. I said, yes. Can I pay in it? He said, yes. That's so dope, Ray K. So you know what Ray K, let me tell you a story now. The other day, I stopped in this new restaurant that opens in my neighborhood, and granted, I don't know if I'm gonna pop out there because inflation. Like they had this one steak in there. It wasn't even a big steak. It was like 12 ounces or something, and it was like $100 for that steak. I was like, dang, that's crazy. But I guess it's inflation, right? I don't know. Anyway, so I went in there. I wanted to go get the menu because they didn't have a menu online yet. So I was like walking in there. I was like, hello. So I was talking to one of the bartenders that was in there because no one was in there. It was empty. So he started talking to me. So we were having a little convo. And I said, listen, man, like you should accept your tips in crypto. And he was like, crypto? You're into crypto? I was like, heck yeah, of course. So I gave him my card because I always have my card on me like a crazy little noodle. And he goes, he looks at my card, he looks at the QR codes, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum. He says, what about Dogecoin? And I said, oh, you like Dogecoin, man? He said, yes, I accept my tips in Dogecoin. So why don't you ask your local bartender, your local waiter, if they accept Dogecoin as payment? Because maybe they will. You know, I've actually tipped like at an NFT event. It was like NFT NYC. I think it was a Wax blockchain event. Yes, it was. It was a Wax blockchain event, and the bartenders for the event, I was like, can I have a soda, whatever, because, of course, I'm not 21. I asked for a soda, and he had a QR code, and I said, oh, what is that? And he accepted Wax as tip. So I did actually tip that guy for my soda and Wax, which was very fun. But yeah. So that's fun. That was a little thing I wanted to tell you about, that a local bartender at a restaurant accepts Dogecoin as tip, which is pretty dope, What's the deal with XRP? I only talk about XRP when it's really relevant. I don't think there's any crazy news going on with XRP right now other than the SEC might appeal. So we're going to see what happens there. Ray K, he should make a sign saying he accepts crypto. That's exactly what I told him. I said, why don't you put a QR code up? Exactly. I said, you guys should put up a QR code and accept Bitcoin and crypto as payment. I tell that to every restaurant I walk into. People think I'm a little cuckoo because I'm like, when are you accepting crypto? But at least you could tip, you know. I guess that's better, but I don't know. Hi, Morty A. Yeah, I was looking for a QR code. I told him to do one. I told him to do a QR code. Emma, Randy will feed you to death if you don't watch yourself. Yeah, listen, I feel like I'm already, like, you know, like I remember like you know, typical grandmas, like they would be like, you gotta eat, like, or typical like moms or whatever, or aunties, they're like, you gotta eat. And I feel like I'm already like getting into that where I'm like, eat, and I'm like making food for everyone saying, you gotta eat, bro. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. Have I seen the movie Blood Diamonds? No, I have not. What is it about? We need to start challenging the way people think. I would definitely agree with that, being that I think critical thinking is not something that's taught, or it's not something that even, I guess, is done a lot nowadays, because I think when you really, okay, let's word this correctly. I look on the streets every day, and I even talk to some people that I know, whether that's friends or family, whatever. A lot of people don't care about things until it affects their daily life, right? So I told family for years, I told friends for years, since I was in high school, since Bitcoin was $7,000, that a lot of the stuff that comes out about Bitcoin is a lie, that you need to look into crypto, that you need to look into Bitcoin and money that represents freedom rather than trusting the banks, because the banks could fail. And I was talking about bank failures years ago, pre-pandemic. I was talking about bank failures. I was also talking about central bank digital currencies. And nobody wanted to listen to me. I got told I was crazy. I got told that I was, I can't even tell you because it's actually derogatory, because I was proposing new ideas. So I do agree with you that free thinking or critical thinking, or just like kind of jumping outside the box or challenging people the way people think, like Redman was saying, is something that we do need to do more. We need to bring up ideas, because I think people have been so isolated within schooling or when watching the news, or they're just bubble in general where they don't see a lot of these things, or they have to wait until it affects their daily life, until they wake up and their bank is not there. Then they're saying, hey, maybe I should have listened before, or maybe they were right. And then once people were correct, and that's the other thing too, where if you tell someone something years in advance that, oh, okay, the banks are gonna fail. For example, I told people the banks were gonna fail. They laughed at me. They told me all types of things. And then when it actually happens, they get upset still because you were correct. So there's a lot of things that go into it, but at the end of the day, at least you warned people, and at least you're trying to help them. So that's kind of what I did. I always went about, like, I'm just trying to help people. I'm just letting people know, which is especially why I have this show, which is why I've been creating content for almost 4 years, based on money, based on crypto, based on financial freedom, being that a lot of people aren't aware and they just aren't taught, and they're not thinking even that far as to, oh, what if my bank disappears? What if I can't use my cash anymore? What if I do have a digital currency that will control every single thing I do and take away my 3 inalienable rights, which is life, liberty, and property? Uncle Jimmy said, girl, you crazy. Yeah, Jimmy, I am a little cuckoo. You met me in person. I'm off my rocker. You know, with that helicopter, I wanted doors off, bro. I wanted my feet to fly out the window. So, logically said it's backed by nothing. How is Bitcoin backed by nothing? Wait, let me see what he said first. Logically, crypto has no value. Okay, let's break that down logically. And, actually, ironic, logically. We're going to break that down logically. Now, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, let's look at Bitcoin specifically, is backed by energy. It's backed by the people, meaning that the government, what's the dollar backed by? It's backed by absolutely nothing. They even had it in a video. We can print money out of thin air because we're the government. So your dollar is not backed by gold. It's not backed by oil. It's backed by absolutely nothing. That is monopoly money. That is the definition of magic internet money, which because they digitally print money as well. If you look at Bitcoin, there's a reason why Bitcoin exists. It's backed by energy. It's backed by the people that put that energy in. So you have energy that is put into computers, that powers the computers, or the miners that solve complex algorithms in order to solve a block on the blockchain. And then when that block is solved, the miner is rewarded with a block reward or with Bitcoin, which then gets dispersed. And that Bitcoin has a finite supply of 21 million and has a halving schedule every 4 years. Now, can you say any of that for your fiat currency, that it's backed by something, that it actually has an inflation schedule, that it has a finite supply to maintain its value and the purchasing power? No. So I think you have to do a little bit more research logically. And you know what? A lot of people felt the same when they first learned about it. What is this magic internet monies? That's what people have asked. What is this magic internet money? And yes, you got to learn. You got to do some more research. But that's just like my little tidbit on there. Miners bring value to proof of work. I love my miners. Shout out to my miners, you beautiful, beautiful nerds. I love you so much. I'm a nerd too. I embrace my nerdism, so don't take that as an insult. I love my nerds. I'm a nerd. Much love to all my geeks. I know Geek of All Trades will jump in here and be like, we're geeks. Geeks. Ink on paper has more value, LOL. Yeah, it's true. Like, what do you mean? Camel said pursuit of happiness. See, here's the thing that they got it twisted. It was originally life, liberty, and property were our 3 inalienable rights. But then all of a sudden the script got a little remix and they said life, liberty, and pursuit of property. Pursuit of happiness, sorry. Pursuit of happiness, not property. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. That got all twisted in a bunch right there. It got all twisted in a bunch. Pursuit of happiness, replacing that with from property is a mistake because people are realizing, okay, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. All right, I get that. That sounds happy and giddy. But life, liberty, and property has a little bit of a finite stamp on it where people are saying, hey, property, that means I should own something, which is the anti-narrative of people like the World Economic Forum that are saying you will own nothing and eat and own nothing, be happy, and eat the bugs. No. Exactly, Redman. They just print fiat into a recession. They do whatever they want. We essentially have no debt ceiling right now in the United States. What are we doing, bro? What do you mean by the people? Skull emoji, logically. I don't see you proposing any arguments here. It costs 16 cents to print $100. You know what? It costs more than a penny to print a penny now. So what is the point of fiat at this point? So yeah, I don't know. Live to Love said you were offering an opportunity to buy 10 Bitcoin for $100 in 2012 and laughed it off. Wow. Dang, Live to Love. It's okay, man. But that's the things that happen. You get educated and then you realize, like, okay, I'm going to get into my Bitcoins now. No one uses Bitcoin in their daily life. Logically, can you look at El Salvador, where it is legal tender, where they are using Bitcoin on a daily basis, or any of the third world countries that are experiencing 3% inflation, where they have to use Bitcoin? Places like Argentina and Venezuela, where adoption's through the roof because their inflation is so bad that people can't afford to live. Yeah, let's revisit that topic another day. Logically. Bitcoin processes more transactions in a day than a lot of other payment processors. So let's just move on. Let's actually move on. So flat smack, the point of fiat is for me to stack sats and buy more Bitcoins. Yes, go off flat smack. I 100% agree with you there. Live to Love, much love to you, man. Much love to you. I don't know. Yeah, I went a little bit bazoongas today. Did I go a little bit bazoongas today, guys? Danish said, I use crypto every day, otherwise I have no food. I don't use Bitcoin, but I still use crypto. Go off, Danish. Danish, yo, it's been a minute, my wizard. How are you? Danish is a wizard. I don't know if he's still a wizard, but I knew as of 2021 he was definitely a wizard. Definitely a wizard. One is accepting Bitcoin as payment. Well, what do you mean? A bunch of people accept Bitcoin as payment. Yeah, well, I don't, logically, man, I'm sorry. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no one is accepting Bitcoin as payment. That's a lie. So I don't know. I don't know if I should really be entertaining this one anymore. Matarina Stewart said, you go off, girl. You know your stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. I'm just a nerd. I love what I do. So, of course, listen, I wouldn't have a show like this. I wouldn't go live every day if I didn't know what was going on. Jimmy said, great to see a lot of Sin City community supporting MTC. Yes, a lot of love to the Sin City community. I think I'll be talking to the Sin City fam next week. I don't know. I'm going on the show at one point. I got to check my calendar. But I will be on Sin City channel soon, so watch out for that. Shout out to Sin City, too. They're cool. Dave P. said, so zesty. In Texas, you could pay taxes with Bitcoin. That's dope. You know, there's a lot of, there was even a bill that was proposed. There was a bill that was proposed in New York where you could actually, I'm going to see if I could find it really quick. Crypto tax. Let me see. I don't know if I could find it right now. Oh, wait, I think I got it. Yeah. Okay, look at this. So January 27th, New York Assembly introduced crypto payments for bill for fines and taxes. So people were able to introduce, again, a crypto-friendly politician. They want to be able, so you could have your cryptocurrency, which they defined as any form of digital currency which encryption techniques are used to regulate the generation of units of currency, included but not limited to Bitcoin, ETH, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash. Now, they have been said they were hostile or whatever, but within this, they could pay you could pay your fines, civil penalties, rent, rates, taxes, fees, charges, revenue, financial obligations, or other amounts, including penalties, special assessments, and interest owed to state agencies, with Bitcoin, Litecoin, ETH, and Bitcoin Cash. So not only are people or merchants accepting crypto now, again, we're still really early, there are bills proposed for things like this where you could pay your fines, your rent, your taxes, fees, charges, revenue, financial obligations, or other things with the Bitcoin, Ether, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash in New York. So this was in January. I'm not sure what's happening with that now. However, that is something that's new, or relatively new, and something that is going to make waves at one point. Does Tesla accept Cardano? Tesla, the only cryptocurrency that Tesla accepts is Dogecoin right now. Dave P., nice to see you, man. Well, guys, we went through a lot today, and we absolutely smashed our goal. So I hope we get 150 likes if you guys care to keep smashing that. However, this was a great show. Like I said, I'm going to try to be back tomorrow. I'm going to do what I can, but I have some things I have to take care of with the fam. So I really appreciate all the love, all the support this week. And again, there has been a lot of drama. Just make sure you keep calm, you huggle on, you stay zesty, stick together as a community. We're bigger, we're better together as a community. Be nice, love one another, give someone a hug today. Over the weekend, go touch grass. We have an extended weekend. Touch grass, put your feet in the sand or in the water, or put your toes all the way in the grass. You know what I mean? So you got to be nice, be happy, be healthy. I'm wishing nothing but the best for every single one of you. You guys are all amazing people. Much appreciated. Have a great day. Keep calm, huggle on. If you haven't, keep your crypto off of the exchanges. Put your crypto in your wallet. Be your own bank. Hedge against inflation. Hedge against all this crazy stuff. If you know, you know. It's a new subscriber. Welcome. If you know, you know. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate your support. And everyone else that was new today. Jans, nice to see you. Again, Paul, nice to see you. Have a great day. Have a lovely weekend. And as always, wait, what am I going to say? Ooh, ooh, ooh. What am I going to say? Hey, to stay zesty. A peace.